relaxing by the Papero, reading my book, feeling great. Admiring the beautiful landscape of Uruguay.
Yeah, and honestly wilder than what we expected.
Der hängt in der Luft! We had our first breakdown. We're Luca and Julia, and this is our adventure. Overlanding the American continent has finally started, and our first country is Uruguay. Join us as we explore its beautiful beaches, meet some of its wildlife, settle into our life on the road, and properly start adventuring. We're saying goodbye to Cindy and Marcel. Ciao, ciao! Bis bald!
Gute Fahrt!
Gute Fahrt!
Oh, coffee's coming out right now.
Oh my god! Yeah. I've been waiting for this moment for so long!
So, how's the first Mocha Espresso after a long time?
It's too bitter. After all the filtered coffee we've had here, some of it extremely good.
Yeah, some really, really good.
Yeah, this feels too bitter, but I'll get used to it. The feeling is amazing, obviously. I'm so happy. First night in the Papero, done. It's a fantastic day with a magnificent blue sky. We're right next to the beach.
Yeah, it's actually 12 already. But we spent the whole morning with some important activity. We packed all our hand luggage with which we traveled the last 6 weeks into the Papero. So all the things we took with us that were not inside the container. We were not sure if everything would fit inside, but I think we did a really good job. We don't have anything that's laying on the bed, so our goal was to still be able to just, if we're super tired in the evening and we arrive late at some place, we don't even want to eat anything.
We just can get into bed right away.
What we've learned, at least for us, over the years is if everything is tidy and everything has its place, you don't have stuff laying around, it's so much better just for your mental health.
Clutter, at least it does stress both of us out. So it looks great. We're very happy with the result. And then we'll go to the beach.
Yeah.
Nice beach, huh? Same day, another beach. That's Punta del Este. We have made it to Punta Ballena.
So pretty.
Very pretty. The sand is an amazing color, and it's pretty wild considering that it's so close to Punta del Este. It's 5 p.m. Sun will set in about an hour and a half, and we'll make dinner before it does. And first dinner in the Papero with not so bad a view. We even have a trash can. And this is our dinner. It was Luca's idea. It's a curry with pineapple. Piña.
Fresh pineapple. Look at this. Super fresh.
Amazing.
We cut it ourselves.
Are you proud?
Super proud.
Let's taste it. I'm sure it's delicious. Hola.
Hola.
Entonces, muy bien.
Molto buono.
These are without a doubt my favorite mornings. When you wake up and the only sound you hear is the waves. There's no one around. The sun has just risen. The light is still golden. It's just priceless. Feeling great. It's 11 a.m. relaxing by the Papero, reading my book. We'll leave soon. For now, let's enjoy. So we managed to get water, getting water for free in Punta del Este. Who would have thought? And we're gonna go.
We spent the morning driving, no, actually not the morning. We spent the midday driving north along the coast, looking for our next potential camp spots. And we were just looking for a place, make ourselves lunch, and if we liked it, then also stay there and spend the night there. But honestly, we didn't find much. There was not much along the road. A lot of private spots, fenced fields where you cannot get in, of course, because there's also a lot of animals, cows, sheep. But it's beautiful, actually beautiful, very green. We kept driving north until we got to La Paloma. We checked out 2 potential places there that we found on the satellite, just on Google Maps, on a satellite picture. But we got there, we didn't like them. So just as we were leaving La Paloma, we noticed a truck behind us that looked familiar. And guess who it was? So we parted ways with Cindy and Marcel yesterday in the morning. We didn't expect to meet them that quickly again. We bumped into each other quite literally. They said they found a really pretty camp spot where they were going back to by now. So we're joining them again. And now we're driving there, following them along this dirt road, which already looks quite promising. And they say it's right on the beach or next to the beach.
Found a lovely camp spot. Very peaceful here, and right there is the beach. Had a quick snack. Now reading my book. And Luca is about to take a shower. Oh, he's taking a shower. You see? We put the black Swiss bag that had been warming up on the hood here on the roof, and he connected a hose. And now he's showering. How is it?
Warm.
Warm?
It's warm.
Lovely. Good morning. It's a wonderful morning on the beach. We slept like babies and now it's 6:30 a.m. It looks amazing. There's only nature and the animals and the ocean. It's incredible. So relaxing. It's not warm, but it's gorgeous. It's a spectacle. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Great, we're packing up and waiting for the sun to come over above the trees so that the Papero will dry out a bit, as it's been very humid. It's close to the water, but it's super early, it's 8 a.m. so we have a lot of time. And we're just finishing to filter the last bit of water to fill up our jerry can that stays behind the fridge. There we keep good water that has also good taste that we can use for making coffee or for whenever. The taste of water is also important.
The beautiful landscape of Uruguay. This morning we went to the town of La Paloma to stock up on gas, groceries. We had the time to enjoy the local market, which is every Saturday. And it's just locals gathering there, selling their stuff, their products. And we bought some of them, and finally it's confirmed it's way cheaper than buying things at the supermarket, but especially higher quality for sure. We bought some cheese, and then we tried these buñuelos. So what do we have here?
Some kind of seaweed.
It's a buñuelo.
Buñuelo seaweed thing, deep fried. And we got one to try.
Sí, algas son muy buenas.
Ahora viene el verano y es el boom de los buñuelos.
Ah, qué bueno. Muchas gracias. We were saying to each other that this is exactly what we were looking for. Just camping in as remote an area as possible, and then experiencing local culture this way, talking to people in the streets, going to a place where you see no tourists, you only see local people. That for us really, I don't know, we just like it so much this way, to just get lost in the little unknown, undiscovered things of a country. So for now, very happy. And now we're going to Cabo Polonio, which is a national park, and we'll explore it and we'll see how it is. Excited about the dunes and possibly the wildlife. I quickly went to the bathroom, and it looks like something is happening here. First I thought the Papero had a problem, but it looks like it's the opposite. Oh yeah, it's pretty muddy here. He probably got stuck. ¿Está bien? ¿Necesitas ayuda?
No entendía cómo era.
First recovery in South America. Ok. Perfecto. Bien. Bien. And here we are. We're in Cabo Polonio. We made it to the entrance, and from there you cannot drive in the last 6 kilometers. You either walk or you take their transportation. These big trucks with lots of seats, and like you can look at everything from the seats of these trucks. But we decided we'd rather walk at least the way there, and then maybe we can take a truck on the way back if we're tired. It's 6 kilometers, so doable. It's pretty hot. The weather is amazing. But yeah, let's see how it is to walk in the sand for 6 kilometers under the sun at 12 p.m. Wish us luck. Everything is very, very beautiful here. It's incredible to think that this place has been governed by nature for most of its history. Apparently, according to Wikipedia, only 95 people are residents of Cabo Polonio, and there's no road to get there. There's only this sandy track. Perro. Hello! We were just in Cabo Polonio. We really loved it. It's pretty untouched in the middle of nature. Up until a few years ago, they didn't have any electricity. It looked like they had cisterns and or wells. The ocean is absolutely beautiful there. We saw so many sea lions. Some of them were just relaxing on the rocks. They looked like they were tanning. Obviously, I don't think sea lions tan at all, but they were enjoying the sun. It looked like it at least. And some of them were swimming. We climbed up the lighthouse. Luckily, it was free because it's 207 years since the founding of the Uruguayan Navy. We could get all the way to the top, and the view from there was majestic. To go back, we took one of these trucks that they have. They look like Soviet trucks. Pretty fun experience. We drove on the beach. We still enjoyed it very much. And now we're looking for a spot to camp. Let's see how lucky we are. We seem to have found a fun track.
were looking at satellite images on Google Maps, and it looked like there was this wide sandy track going all the way to the beach. We found access to it, no fences, nobody around, and even the few tire marks looked like they were weeks, if not even months old. So we drove all the way to the end, to our most remote camp spot so far. Good morning.
Good morning.
We got up very early. It's
6 a.m.
6 a.m. now, and came to the beach as we wanted to see the sunrise.
It's sort of a muted sunrise.
Yeah, it's somewhere here. Cannot even see it on the video.
It's crazy because the sky was so pink and so beautiful, and then the time to get dressed and get out of the car, and these clouds came over us.
Yeah.
So now it's overcast and you can't see it. The only time that Luca wakes up, he didn't want to.
I didn't want to get out of bed. And it's kind of foggy, also especially foggy behind the dunes where the trucks are parked.
Yeah, it's very humid. We left our place at the beach and drove again in the clearing in the woods where we'd driven the previous day. It was really fun, this off-road stretch. There was a recovery. The Papero got stuck in the sand with very high tire pressure. It was fun. Vili had to come back, and with the winch, it was no problem to get the Papero out. And then after that, the two were cruising through mud and sand without a problem. It was really fun, and the woods around were majestic, really, really beautiful. We drove to this other park, Santa Teresa, and it was a big surprise. The park is maintained by the army. Entrance was also free, like in Cabo Polonio, but the difference was that you could drive around the park. We drove to the animal nature reserve. It was very well organized, very pretty, and there were so many different creatures. We saw capybaras for the first time. They're huge. They're very peaceful and they don't look aggressive. Only a mother started getting a bit nervous. We also saw crocodile. That was really scary. We saw monkeys, baboons, again a mother and child. And we also saw the chief of the baboon tribe, I think. It looked amazing, very impressive. Lots of different birds. It was really, really cool to see. Then we got to the Mirador de Ballenas. So that's a point on the coast where you can see whales. We didn't see any whales, but we enjoyed the sun for a little bit. By then, we'd almost reached the border with Brazil. So it was time to turn around and go back in the direction of the border with Argentina, where we wanted to cross in the next few days. Hello! We had our first breakdown. No, let's not call it
breakdown. As you see, we're driving.
Yes, we're driving very carefully, but we had our first part that broke. What's frustrating is that it's a new part that you changed like 2 months ago.
So if you've been following us on Instagram in the past few months, we did a lot of preventive maintenance on the Papero, especially on the front axle. We changed everything because we didn't want any 20-year-old part to fail within the next 100,000 kilometers. But it does happen sometimes. It's just unlucky that you buy a new part and maybe it has some defect that you don't see at the moment, and it just breaks after a short time, and that's what happened.
But today the weather is not even that good, so it's a Monday and we're gonna dedicate today to finding this part. We'll keep you posted on what happens. Let's see. Hello.
We found a super good garage with great reviews. They were super nice, and they offered to just repair the actual part themselves.
So, update, we are still in Rocha. We love this town, honestly. It's so cute and it feels very real. Been walking around the city, and then we had a few more interesting encounters and or findings. Particularly, we met this guy, Mario, who has an L200, which is the pickup version of the Papero. And so we stopped him and we talked to him, and he was so nice. He was like, we explained about the part that's broken, and then he said, you know what, I have an RV or a camper van that I'm not using at the moment. So if you need to like go somewhere or spend the night, I can lend it to you, no problem. And we were like, oh my god, we just met this guy and he's offering his RV to us. Good morning. We are at Julio's workshop and we are leaving the Papero here for the day to get its broken part fixed. And yeah, we'll go take a walk around Rocha for the day, and then they will let us know once the Papero is ready to go. Estamos en el motorhome de Mario. Hola Mario, ¿quieres decir algo?
¿Cómo andas?
Y es increíble. Hay como 4 camas, 3 camas, pero 4 personas. Y un baño acá. Increíble. This is amazing.
No, just speechless. As I was yesterday when we met him the first time. He's amazing.
He's amazing. He's taking us to a restaurant. I'm very curious. Here we go. We spent a very good part of the day with Mario. It was great to spend a day like this, a day that would have otherwise have been very long. But now,
We got a message that the Papero is ready
yes, so we're gonna go back to Julio.
to pick him up.
We were back in the Papero, fully fixed. So happy about this small delay, as it had brought amazing people like Mario in our life. While the sun set in style, we drove back to Punta Ballena, where the next day an even better sunrise welcomed us. Good morning. We're having breakfast in a wonderful place, and we watch the sunrise from here, directly from the bed in the Papero. That's like my dream. And yeah, we made it back to Punta del Este basically. Today we're gonna find a laundry to try to wash our dirty clothes, and I think tomorrow we'll cross into Argentina. That's the plan.
What are we doing?
Laundry.
Laundry. We are done with the laundry. We use a washing machine and a dryer. Took about 1 hour and a half. As it happens in a real home, it happens also here that sometimes you lose one sock. But Julia just found it. It was inside the bed sheets.
Have we found something you like?
Very much. It's like the one Fiavello but better. Tomorrow is Marcel's birthday, and together with Cindy we're trying to organize a little party. We are here at this public campground. We're having our little party for Marcel. We lit up a fire at this barbecue spot, this parrilla or parrilla, as they say here. And yeah, we have to consume all our leftovers of fresh food, vegetables, meat, dairy products, as we cannot bring them across the border. It's forbidden. So now we're preparing everything, and then we'll celebrate Marcel.
Dir einen wunderschönen Geburtstag.
Ja.
Auch wenn ich keinen Geburtstag mag, aber ein cooler Geburtstag. Na dann, vielen, vielen Dank. War ein schöner Abend.
Ja.
Hat Spaß gemacht.
Last couple kilometers in Uruguay. It's a goodbye for now.
Goodbye, Uruguay.
We absolutely loved it. It was such a big surprise. It's totally underrated. There was nobody around. It's still very early in the season. All the camp spots, beaches, natural parks, completely empty, all to ourselves. And we loved it. And the people, amazing. We loved the people. We met a couple really nice, super friendly people who also helped us a lot as we had a couple issues. We tried to figure out a few things. It's been great. That's it for this episode. Join us next time as we enter Argentina and explore its northeast, admiring its wildlife, infinite roads and majestic jungle. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one.